Hey everybody, it's Christy. Nice to see you. I am on board today because I wanted to ask you this question. Are you feeling stuck? Unfortunately, we all get stuck from time to time, right? We lack motivation, there's no momentum, everything feels hard and just you keep hitting this same old brick wall and it's frustrating, right? And I know that you want to keep moving. You want to get moving towards the things that you really want in your life, whether it's better health, more money, a greater relationship, better harmony in your family. And feeling stuck can really be frustrating and demoralizing when you know you want to be different, when there's something else that you would rather have. So I'm here today to give you a bit of a hand with that, okay? To help you understand what's actually going on for you when you feel stuck. And in this short mini training video, I'm going to explain the information integration cycle, why you feel stuck, what's keeping you there, and how to start moving forward again. Yay! My name is Christy Rackham from My Holistic Nurse. Some of you know me, some of you don't, and if you don't, welcome to the mini training. Let's have a look. Basically, I've just jumped around a little bit. Hang on, I'll move my face. All right, so life is a series of cycles or continuums, okay? We naturally go through phases of information gathering and integration of the learning from that information. Many people go through these cycles without actually being consciously aware of what's going on. But if you are here, you possibly understand that you're stuck and that there's a reason for it. And if you're here because you are trying to heal from a chronic condition, whether that's pain, chronic fatigue, anxiety, or just a behavior that you're sick of in yourself, right? That maybe you're trying to lose weight and you keep making the same mistakes or getting stuck at a certain point, or maybe you're wanting to lift your life up a few levels and have more money flowing into your life, but you just can't seem to crack that ceiling. So whatever it is that you're here for, whether it's that, wanting to heal or just level up, we need to know that it's important to align with the natural cycles of life as well as your own innate natural cycles. So that's what I call the information integration cycle. And I want to ask you this question: where are you on the continuum of personal evolution? Do you know? What's going on for you? Are you in an information gathering phase or an integration phase? Now, I've designed a little slide to help us to understand this a bit better. And I'll just take it back a step. I'm supposed to be able to animate this. Oh, maybe. I don't know how to do it. One moment, please. Yeah, it's not going to do it. I'm using Google Slides and I haven't used it for this kind of thing before. So we will just ignore the fact that I don't know what I'm doing temporarily, okay? All right, so you can see this slide, hopefully. And what we have is a diagram of the cycle. So we have an information curve and we have what's called down here an integration curve, okay? Move myself over to the middle. And from this point to this point is the continuum of time. So we move always in a direction through time and space. That is what we do as humans on this planet. I don't know if you can hear my beautiful birds out there. So what happens is that we naturally go through these curves and they're always of different lengths in time. And we might go through a curve of a few months where we gather information about a new topic or a new subject or a new learning phase. We go through that information gathering phase, and then naturally we come into a curve where we start to integrate what we've learned into ourselves and into our immediate life. And then we'll feel comfortable with that, so we'll go on a new information gathering phase. We'll reach a new level of understanding and we need more information to pick us up and move us forward again. And then we'll integrate that and off we go for a few months. We'll do that for a while. That's a general cycle. I have a 3-month cycle. I'll go on a 3-month information learning phase and then I'll integrate for a few months and then I'll information gathering and then integration. But on a micro level, this happens in a daily basis as well. We'll go through mini learning phases where, we'll have these smaller curves going on like this. Perfectly normal, perfectly natural. And we are also, as humans, subject to the larger cycles, like this blue one here, like, for instance, seasons. We naturally, as humans, are subjected to the seasons around us, and we are influenced by that, whether we are conscious of it or not. But we do have seasons with these larger curves. Now, problems arise when we get stuck in either information gathering or the integration phase. When we're stuck in information, we're actually stuck in the future. We're perpetually, constantly gathering information, attending courses, going to workshops, doing mini trainings like this, seeking advice, going to therapists, reading, watching, learning. That's all good stuff. But if you find that you're constantly outside of yourself, pulling as much information to you as you possibly can, over and over and over and over, and you're seeking everybody else's answers to your problem, and you're doing this for a long period of time, you possibly are stuck. And the way that you know is that your mind is constantly busy. It's in your face all the time, full-blown monkey mind. And if this continues for a long period of time, with my clients, I often see this, they develop an anxiety state when you're constantly freaking out about all the stuff that has to happen and all the information you need, and you're constantly trying to control your environment using information. You are possibly stuck in the information phase, okay? This is a frenetic energy, a mental energy. It's heightened sensitivity. It's things like hypervigilance, the information gathering phase, okay? So you're stuck here, up here, in this period here. Now, the other place that we can get stuck is in the integration phase. And you'd kind of feel like integration's a good thing, right? Sure it is. But when we become integrated, we're supposed to go on a natural up curve into information gathering again. But if you get stuck in the integration phase, you're likely stuck in the past. You've gotten too comfortable with the learning that you did in the past, and you're now stagnant and kind of just hanging there. You've already made some changes, and it's become a safe place for you to not move forward, to not gather more information. You're not updating your belief system when you're in a stuck integration phase. You are unconsciously stuck in old programming, and it's not now matching your present circumstances. You might be avoiding people, you might be avoiding change, you might be avoiding life in general. That's okay sometimes, but if it's gone on for a really long period of time, weeks, months, or even years, and I have seen some people too who have been stuck in integration for decades, you become more and more introverted when you're stuck in this particular phase, focused on the past, what happened, what you learned back then. And the predominant state of people who are stuck in integration is depression. It's a depression of your vital life force. Okay, so people need flow. We need flow. It's what we're designed to do. So as I said, we have microcycles through our day, and it's normal to have fluctuations. It's normal to feel a little bit stuck for maybe a few minutes, few hours. This is called procrastination, right? Some of you know about this one. But usually they're small and we overcome those. It's the bigger unconscious blocks that are hard to shift. We may not even be aware that we're stuck sometimes. And I'm hoping that by seeing this, you will notice where you are stuck, whether you're stuck in information or integration. And if you're not, awesome, congratulations. But keep watching, because this is interesting and you might know somebody you can pass this on to. So in my course, SOS, which is Shake Off Stress program, I actually do go really deeply into these types of ideas and how to clear your unconscious programming that's keeping you stuck. But I'm seeing so much of this going on at the moment that I did decide to run this free mini training, and I'm also holding a free webinar. This is happening on Sunday, the 18th of March. So coming up at the end of this week, and it's going to help you better understand your situation. I'm going to show you what you need to do to get out of stuck and into flow, into shift, okay? So the webinar, there's details at the end of this mini training, so stick around. if you want to come to that free training. Okay, so it's an hour and a half long proper workshop. The only difference between this workshop is that we're doing it like this and online, so from the comfort of your own home, and I will be going lots more in depth. Okay, this is just a brief overview of one facet of that workshop. Okay, so resist or shift. Just move myself again. Okay, so if you're in a sticking point, a stuck point, what's happening is that if you continue to resist the next shift in the cycle, whether it's into integration or up into information, if you resist it, you will be feeling anxiety, pain, fatigue, struggle, indecision, frustration, apathy. These are the kinds of feelings, okay? It's not fun. When we resist change and get stuck, we are going against the natural flow of nature and the universe. And this is a universe that we're a part of. You know, humans are weird because we think we're above it all in a lot of cases, but we are animal in our physical form. We're also spirit in our energetic form. So we're physical and meta, bigger physical, okay? So it's important that we align with the flow and the cycles of our own physical body and the larger cycles of nature and the universe. And when we don't allow ourselves to change and shift into a new cycle, it causes resistance because the natural evolution of the human person is cyclical, as I hope I've shown you, okay? Everything is always changing. I actually prefer the word evolving because it has less resistance in it. I like to feel that I'm evolving rather than having to face another change, right? So all of life runs in cycles, and everything is designed to improve, okay? Every change that we undertake as a human and as a spirit is designed for our personal growth and evolution. Life itself is ultimately in a state of continual improvement. The seasons is a really big cycle I spoke about, day into night. Women understand cycles. We have our menstrual cycle. Circadian rhythm is a human cycle that we all have. Proven, it exists. And the larger cycles, like, for instance, the ice age to global warming. This is a known cycle in the scientific community that we go into ice ages and then we come out of them into a global warming state and then we switch back into an ice age. This is a natural cycle of our planet. It's a very huge one that happens over thousands and thousands of years, but science knows that this is happening. This is the way of life. Everything is always evolving towards its highest possible potential. It's true, including you. So our body, mind, and energy systems actually thrive on flow. And if you are stuck in information gathering or integration, you are not flowing and you will experience suffering. Sorry to say, it's not fun, right? So why are you stuck? Right, let's look at that. Why are you stuck in information or integration? Hopefully by now you're able to identify which one of the alternate, the polarities there that you are actually stuck in, if you're stuck at all. Dun, 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 fear, false evidence appearing real. Fear is the reason you are stuck. But don't worry. This is normal, okay? It's normal for everyone to get stuck, and it's normal for us to sometimes be afraid. We all get stuck from time to time. I like to follow what's called the 80-20 rule. 20% of the time, we allow ourselves to be a little bit stuck in full consciousness that that's what's going on. And sometimes we can wait for the right moment to arise until we naturally come out of that period and into a different phase. However, as I said, have you been stuck for a couple of weeks or maybe a few months, even a few years, you are definitely needing to give yourself a shove, okay? Don't live in stuckness, right? A few days, a few weeks, that's fine. But anything more than about 2 to 3 weeks, you are definitely stuck. So what I like to say is don't pull up a chair and live there, okay, in stuckness. It's not fun. Before you realize it, you've been procrastinating for a decade and not participating in the shining, beautiful, luminous life that is your birthright. Your sovereign right is to shine in the world. So please, please, please don't get stuck. Don't sit there. It's not fun, and we need you. We need you to shine. We need you to take your place in the world in all your shining glory. But when there's lots going on, or you've had a rough trot, maybe a bit of trauma, and you've dropped a couple of balls here and there, you know, sometimes it can be tricky to get moving again. So what I want to say to you is just make sure that you do pick those balls up as soon as you can, or find new balls, right? New lighter ones that are brighter and lighter and more fun to juggle. Okay, 80% of the time you want to make a choice that moves you a step closer to the life that you really want, that I know that you secretly know is available for you. A life that's shiny and bright and aligned within your soul and within the greater universe. This is the kind of place where you have a thriving business, where you have family harmony, there's connection between you and your friends and family. You are maybe 20 kilos lighter. That's what I was setting out to achieve initially. Now it's much bigger than that. Where perhaps your bank balance is healthy and supports the lifestyle that you want. Maybe a life where you feel pain-free and amazing and full of energy, and where you can handle daily stress and the struggle with lightness, right? With ease and grace, and you know what to do to shift you into a better place. That kind of life is amazing fun. Trust me, it's really, really cool. All right, so what can you do about being stuck? So if you're stuck in the information integration cycle, or you've dropped a few balls over the years, I want you to ask yourself these questions right now. What can I do today to shift a little bit and move toward flow? What is the one thing that you could do today? Another question, what can I do that will uplift me and bring me more energy? In other words, what makes you feel light? What makes you feel happy? Just do one little thing like that. What can I do to help me create momentum in the new reality that I want for myself? And if you're all about creating a luminous life, you want to actually move toward that now. So what step can you take today that's going to create better momentum? And how can I feel better about what's going on in this moment? That's an important one, because if we don't acknowledge that we're stuck, you know, we're never going to be able to create the shift into the better life that we deserve. So please, you know, ask that question. Maybe I should move that one. What do you reckon? I'll do it right now. Look, I can, because technology is awesome. Okay, so the first question, how can I feel better about what's going on for me in this moment, right? Great. Look at that. Acknowledge that you're suffering. Acknowledge that you're stuck, even if it's only a little bit stuck. The acknowledgement itself might be enough to shift you. Okay, so as I mentioned a few minutes back, I have decided to hold a free online workshop this weekend, Sunday, 8 p.m. Queensland time, and I'm going to really help you to understand this process and what you can do to get out of stuck and start creating this beautiful luminous life that you deserve, right? That is your sovereign right. You don't just deserve it, it's what you were born to live. So if that's of interest to you, I would love, love, love to see you come along to consciously create your new luminous life free online workshop. Sunday, 18th of May, 8 p.m. Register. You must register, because this is a live online training. It's not a stock standard webinar. I won't be sending out recordings ad hoc, okay? If you show up to the workshop, you will get the information you need to start moving forwad again. So please register. https, here it is here, https://tinyurl.com/luminous life. And I'll put this little link in the comments as well, so that you've got it there and you don't lose it. I'm only accepting a few people on that workshop, so do get in early. Spaces will go fast, as they usually do. So, and I'd love to see you, because it's a workshop. You can talk to me. You can, you know, interact with me, and we can hash out some of this stuff and get you unstuck as quickly as possible. I hope you've enjoyed this mini training from my holistic nurse. If so, I'd love your comments. Please give me some feedback, and I look forward to seeing you on the webinar on Sunday. Thanks. Bye.